First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate you tuning in here. If you haven't seen us before, we start live streaming here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom every weekday, starting around 1 p.m. and then going throughout the afternoon. We cover a wide range of topics. We're on our website, our apps, and of course on social media as well. So plenty of places to see the show live and watch it afterward. And right now we are talking about something that actually is Portland grown originally, here from the Northwest. I'm talking about Music Workshop, an amazing organization that helps out students and teachers with music education and a lot more all across this country. And we're going to be talking right now to the founder herself, Amy Richter, who's joining us. And Amy, thanks for being here. It's always interesting to find out, about these amazing success stories that come from this area, but then also just, what it is that you're doing to help out so many people, and even going way back to the origin story of this and how music helped you. And I thought it was a really interesting story, and I was hoping maybe we could start there of just what music means to you and meant to you.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me today. And a little bit about myself. I am born and raised Portland, Oregon, went to Beaverton High School. And growing up, education was challenging for me. It took some time to find out why, but I was diagnosed with dyslexia. But starting at a young age, I incorporated music into my life, performing and listening to and experiencing through live music concerts with my family. It really helped me as a tool to succeed academically. It helped me find connection with my peers. It helped me to find confidence within my education setting where I might not feel as confident in certain subjects. I was able to lean on music as a creative zone for me to help bolster me in those academic settings. So moving forward, I realized when I had my own children that music education wasn't as, or didn't seem as strong as it was. There wasn't a lot of support happening with music education when my own children started in elementary school. And that is when I decided to create Music Workshop to make a difference.
Well, there's so many things about what you just said there that I think are really interesting. Just being able to lean on the music, and you said that it gave you confidence and helped you through that. What was it specifically about the music education side that gave you that kind of feeling?
I think it was really around performance and the encouragement that my music teachers gave me, my choir teacher, my music theater teacher. So I always had a lot of positive reinforcement in my music classes that really helped to give me the confidence to move forward and to know that I really could do anything I put my mind to. They were very helpful in that way.
I love that, that it's not only the subject matter, but those people who are there teaching and helping students, and educating everybody, that they helped with that as well in helping you out. So everybody's helping everybody. But going from that though, to talking about with your kids getting of the age to start going into music education, what was it that you found was lacking? That was, specifically, was it funding? Was it just not as many classes? What was the thing that was missing?
I think that the thing that I saw missing is just really the exposure to the world of music. So there was a lot of focus on basic music theory and instrument adoption, which is wonderful and very much needed. But also for students to choose a musical path, they have to be exposed to the world of music. And so that's the area that I saw lacking the most, just underrepresentation and lack of cultural diversity that was happening in music education. So that's really where I wanted to lean in and make a difference, is in more music history and appreciation, and really bringing in a lens of cultural responsive teaching as well.
Wow, I mean, that is so many good points right there of how that can shape someone's journey, through music. And so you decided to form Music Workshop, and tell us about that formation. What went into that when you're at the very beginning there of creating this?
Yeah. Oh, a lot of hard work for sure. I didn't quite know what I was getting myself into. I hadn't ever worked for a nonprofit, nor had I run one, obviously. So I think that for me personally, it was an area of growth and experience that I didn't have really any expectations for, but getting into it, there were a lot of no's thrown my way as far as not really embracing the concept, but there were a lot of yeses too. And so for both of those responses, it provided me with guidance and energy to move forward and keep making a difference, keep trying to make a difference. In the first year that we introduced our program, we were in 10 schools locally. And I was out driving around. I have a little example DVDs. That's how far our program goes back. And to the schools that had accepted our program, each time we built a course, we would drive out DVDs and handouts to those schools. And then we would wait for our next course and then deliver that on DVD. And I realized that when we hit 20 schools, it wasn't a scalable way to get our program out there. So that's when we decided to put ourselves on an online portal so that any teacher could come and get our program. And that's really how we were able to expand and grow and move beyond Portland and Beaverton and throughout the entire state of Oregon and then the US and now globally, where our program is taught in over 102 countries.
Amazing. All starting, from that, and clearly you can't deliver DVDs to 102 countries every week. So
it'd be really expensive and difficult to get them DVD players as well.
Yeah, smart move to go online. But looking at that and seeing where you came from with this, starting off here in Portland and delivering DVDs, and now to having this worldwide, like how does it feel for you to be able to help so many different people in so many different facets of life increase their music education?
Oh my gosh, it's really such a wonderful feeling, but I think I'm amazed by it every day when we talk about our numbers as a team and our reach, and the fact that just this past school year we grew 2,700 plus schools throughout the world. And we hear from teachers all the time about the impact that our program is having with their students in their school, the level of connection that it's bringing. For a lot of teachers, the first time that they've had culturally relevant resources that they could trust and put in front of their class, and just the difference that that's making. So in all, I'm amazed and excited about the future and know that we have so many more lives to impact along the way. And so we just look forward and keep growing as quickly as we can. And yeah, it's just been an amazing, amazing journey.
Well, you mentioned the teacher side of it too, and going back to what you were talking about, you had these great teachers that helped you out, and that's also something that you're doing. It's not just educating the students, but educating teachers on how to educate students, I suppose. And I'm sure you could explain this much better than me, but can you talk about that side of things, and what you're doing there for the music teachers of the world?
Well, I think that the lack of resources that have been put into music education as a whole has really left music educators without relevant content to bring into their classroom, especially on the culturally responsive side. So that is an area that we have really been able to lend our resources, which, by the way, is 100% free of charge to all of our teachers, to bring into their school and to have, again, relevant, exciting connector pieces in their curriculum that they just haven't had before. And so that's what we've heard a lot from our teachers, is just how thankful they are for our resources. And a lot of times we get the question, well, how can it be free? And that's been our focus from the very beginning, is that our programming on the curriculum side will always be free of charge for all of our teachers.
And when you talk about that, the free of charge there. So how can you make this free? How do you fund a company like that to be able to do that?
Right. Well, initially, it was a lot of asking favors of talented and amazing artists and individuals who would help us build our programming. And over the past 12 years, we've been able to fundraise. We're about 85% grants based, and the rest is individual and corporate donations. We do have a new professional development opportunity that is fee based, but we also offer that as a scholarship too. So we really just have amazing, incredible supporters throughout our community and beyond that have helped us with our mission, moving things forward, and have supported us over so many years. We are just so honored that they've been with us for this journey.
And able to get that out there, yeah, as you mentioned, to so many people now, that many countries, all starting from here. And I think my last question for you is, what do you think is the most important reason that students out there need to have some kind of musical education, including learning about culturally relevant music?
100% music can be the most important tool that we bring into our lives for so many reasons, to motivate us, to inspire us, to help us emotionally, give us that extra drive when we're needing to move forward with a project or run a faster race. It can be used in so many different aspects of our life. So that is the most important thing. And to use it as a tool effectively, you need to know what's out there, like what kind of music can you engage with that's going to elicit those responses and motivate you in those ways. And for us, and what we educate through our program, is that music is a very personal experience. So you need to know what you connect with, how you can move and motivate yourself through using music as a tool. So that's the most important message that we love to shout at the top of the rooftops with Music Workshop, is use music as a tool in your life to improve yourself and expose yourself to all the types of music to know what works best for you to have that outcome.
Yeah, and you don't know if you haven't heard it. If you haven't been exposed to it, there's, you don't know what you don't know. Well, Amy, how can people out there who are watching this and want to get involved, either from the student side or a teacher out there who wants to help, increase what they can do, what's the best way for them to get involved with Music Workshop?
So it's very easy, musicworkshop.org. You can go in to our website, sign up for our program. It takes about 30 seconds for a teacher or a parent. We have a lot of homeschools as well that participate in our program, and they just sign up for our program. It takes 30 seconds, and then they're into their own account and have access to all of our resources and programming free of charge.
Well, Amy, thank you very much for joining us here to talk about this, and congratulations on the success of this and helping, so many people out. I keep going back to that, starting out here, driving around to worldwide 102 countries. So that's shows it's very valuable for a lot of people. And thank you very much for joining us here today too. I really appreciate you being here on Fox 12 Now.
Thank you so much for having us and for helping us spread the word about Music Workshop. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Have a great one.
You as well.
And for everybody watching too, this is Fox 12 Now, so we're here throughout the afternoon covering, as I mentioned, a wide range of topics. Coming up at 1:30 p.m. if you're watching live today, Thursday, July 18th, we are going to be talking to Eric Gordonson from Around the House Northwest about some DIY some tips for your DIY projects on how to save some money. So switching gears a little bit there, but if there's breaking news, we have that as well on this show. So you can watch all of our segments at kptv.com. Click on the Fox 12 Now tab or the Fox 12 Oregon app or on YouTube. But go through, check it out. We talk about everything here on this show. So thanks for joining us. We'll regroup for now. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.